Wow. Becoming Olowo Waste. My name is Jumoke Olowookere, but gradually I'm becoming Olowo Waste. I wake up every morning and then I come to the Waste Museum. At the Waste Museum, I have strong women and men, and those are the humans of the Waste Museum. The first thing we do in the morning, we go into the garden. Presently, we have over 150 species of indigenous plants that are in 4 categories: food, herbs, ornamentals, and air purifiers. They come in different range, colors, sizes, and shape. We check them around, check out if we have pests that have fed on them overnight. They love organic. Who does not like organic? We don't spray any form of chemical on our plants because we know that chemicals don't go away. So we check first of all for pests. We harvest the ones that have been eaten halfway, and the ones that have been left for us, we go around and take care of them. In taking care of our plants every morning, we wet. We not only wet with ordinary water, we wet with fish waste, fish water waste. So you can bet it that we have fish in our garden. The Waste Museum is a showcase center for circular economy. What is circular economy? Circular economy simply means living a zero-free life. Do you think that is possible? Yes, I'll show you with our lifestyle. So every morning, we enter into the garden, we wet our plants, we take the ones that are dead away, we plant new ones, and then from then, we move to our fish tank. Check it out. Our fish tank is an old freezer that is no longer working. Where it's supposed to be is in the landfill. But we saved it from getting to the landfill and turn it into a fish tank. By the way, that is the US ambassador feeding our fish. So what do you call our fish? They are dignitaries, aren't they? And the water from the waste in the tank is what we use every morning to wet the plant, because the water from the waste of the fish is rich in phytonutrients that your plant in your garden needs. Nothing must waste. You remember? Circular economy. And then from wetting the fish, you will ask, what do we feed our fish? We feed our fish every morning with black soldier fly. And what is black soldier fly? Black soldier fly is an insect that loves feeding on food waste. So the waste from our kitchen, we feed them to the black soldier fly. The black soldier fly multiply in larvae, and they are rich, over 60% protein. So the waste from my kitchen, I feed them to my black soldier fly, and then I take my black soldier fly, I feed them to my fish, and then I take my fish, I feed them to the humans. Am I not a genius? So that's our fish tank, and we move from there. We go to the landfill if we have a duty on the landfill. The landfill is rich in materials because the waste you see on the landfill is actually not waste. They are material ready to be harvested, ready to be saved, ready to be turned into new products. So we go to the landfill, we pick the bottles, and we turn them to fashion accessories like this for exhibitions, for showcasing, and for advocacy in our communities. Our mission every morning when we wake up is to showcase the beauty in waste, waste as a material. Those are black soldier flies, and They are 70% protein, and they are direct alternative that we use instead of feed meal. So zero living, circular economy. Don't forget those keywords. That's black soldier fly for our fish. And not only the fish, the chickens also love black soldier fly, both as the flies and in the larvas. I'm sure you will also love. How many of you love esunsun? They are in the same family. It's very rich in protein. So you have the chickens also. They love to eat the black soldier fly. And so every morning we feed our fish and our chicken with the black soldier fly. And then from there we move into the garden, and it is time to harvest. My doctor that spoke the other time was talking about eating right, the veggies, the grains. There's no beauty as beautiful as going into your garden every morning and harvesting your own food, harvesting your own herbs, and feeding yourself with chemical-free food. Guess what? All these over 150 plants I'm talking about, most of them are in cement bags, pure water nylons, plastic bottles, cans. That's where they are growing from. Many of us don't have gardens because we think we don't have space or our space is cemented. But we don't actually know that you don't need a space to plant a garden. All you need is the idea and for you to start. Sometimes we not only feed our fish and our chicken with protein alone, we also feed them with carbohydrates. And we get our carbohydrate from our fodder. In 9 days, you have this folder ready, and you can use any form of waste container that you have in your space to create your folder. And in 9 days, you have this rich source of energy for your animals and for your plants in your organic. Now, all these are our regular lifestyle. After we are done in the garden and we have harvested all the fresh veggies, sometimes we have oregano, sometimes we have mint, sometimes we have apples, we have strawberries, we have pomegranate, we have cabbages. Have you tasted cauliflower freshly harvested from your garden before? Try it in eggs and come and thank me later. So we harvest, fodder, the rabbits love it. That's cauliflower, cabbages, and they can grow in your cement bag right at the back of your garden, chemical free. Now, that is a moi moi. I'm sure many of you have not seen a moi moi before. You think it's something that you can pluck from the trees. No, it's something that grows on the floor, and you can harvest it and use it every day. And right there, even our shoes are still working, as you can see. The crocs that you're about to throw to the landfills, they become a container. Check out that. I'm sure many of you can identify that, but that is dry purple leaves, and that is our every morning tea. I'm sure you know that there's a lot of benefit in taking green tea and fresh teas from your garden. We do all this every day, and then we not only feed ourselves with it, we go to the schools around us, we go to the communities around us, and we catch them young. So we go and we train them, and not only going, they also come to the Waste Museum. Now, how did all this start? Living circular economy as a lifestyle. It started from my kitchen 12 years ago when I was done. I was tired with the waste I was generating in my kitchen. I was home on maternity leave. I just had twins, and I did not want to resume back at work. Why? Because I wanted to do something different. And the only thing that caught my fancy was the waste in my kitchen. I asked myself, why do I have to throw the waste away? And I kept on asking, and my waste manager made it easy when he called us and said, you guys have to increase your money. Your waste is getting too much. We didn't want to pay any extra money to the waste manager, so we called ourselves and we said, stop putting your bottles in the waste bin. Stop putting. We never knew it was a global problem. So we start reducing the waste that end up in our dustbin. Gradually over the years, I fell more in love with the waste, and I started exploring the beautiful things we could do with it. Fast forward to 3 years ago, we started an holiday camp. I discovered a book that taught me how to convert this common waste into wealth. I started practicing it. I started showing children in my school. I started teaching everybody. And for my 40th birthday, I went to 40 public schools in Ibadan. for 13 months, and I taught them how to convert their waste to wealth, reaching out to over 25,000 school children in the course of 13 months and 2,500 teachers. By the time I was done, I knew that was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I started a company, and we came on a mission to create a sustainable world without waste. And while we were doing it, we realized that everybody we met, once they see the beauties that we could do with the waste that we pick up in our environment, like this jewelry made from bottle covers that should be in the dustbin, we realize that when people see it, they become disciples. I'm sure you are disciples now. The next time you see your bottle covers, you don't want to throw it in the bin anymore. So we said there should be a waste, a center where we can showcase circular economy. We Googled it so that we can copy from the ideas that others are running. And guess what? We couldn't find a waste museum anywhere in the world. And so we asked ourselves, my team and I, and that's why it's good for you to have a good team, a strong team that can stand by you and dream giant dreams with you. So we said, if there's no waste museum in the world, why can't we start it? That question we kept on asking ourselves every morning. We show up every day. Most of us volunteers. Most of us, we don't even have transport money to go back home. But we kept on showing up. And after 3 years, somebody sent us an application and said, there's this application from the Academy for Women Entrepreneur by the US Consulate. Do you want to apply? Initially, we said, no, our dream is not big enough. Our idea can't be chosen. And so we did not apply. But on the last day, we lost our peace. And so we sat down together, and the whole world, the whole universe was working against us. There was no light. The system wasn't going. The internet wasn't going. It was raining. But we realized that if we did not write that application that day, we are dead. So we left our comfort zone. We went into a shop. We begged, and they allowed us to use their space. And we wrote that application, and we submitted it. And guess what? We won it. And this year, February, we opened the first waste museum, the first in Africa. And this same year, we've had the honor of hosting so many dignitaries, including the United States Ambassador to Nigeria, Maribel Leonard, and amongst several other people. Every day, we meet people. Every day, we are on a mission. Our mission is very simple. We call it our 5 R's and a U. We believe that if you can do this, and I can do this, then we can together create a sustainable world without waste. If you wake up every morning and you generate waste every morning, then it is your duty to ask yourself, where is my waste getting to? If I ask you, what do you do with your waste? The next thing you will tell me is that we throw it away. Where is away? We have to start asking ourselves, where is our away? If we cannot define where our away is, then we are part of the problem. So the solution is very simple. We call it our 5 R's and a U. So say it after me. Reduce, reuse, recycle, refuse, repair, and upcycle. If you can do this with your waste every day, not weekly, not monthly, if you can ask yourself this question, how can I reduce this waste that I'm about to throw into the bin? If I don't need it, why did I buy it? Many of us have a lot of clothes in our wardrobes that we have not used in a while, and we are buying new ones every day. So keep asking yourself every day, what can I reduce? And I'm proud this morning to be standing on this pulpit because I'm not only talking about it, I'm living it, and I'm raising new generations that are living it. I'm sure you love this TEDxOsogbo right here. It's made by one of my mentees who met me several years ago and switched from making just ordinary bag and shoes to making lives, to impacting new generations that are conscious and ready to make decisions with their waste and ready to create functional products like this TEDxOsogbo, which is 60% made from waste, from one of my mentee. I'm on a mission. A world without waste is possible. Thank you very much.